Introduction of Rural Sociology and Educational Psychology. Psychology and Educational Psychology. Dr. Saurabh Sharma. Associate Professor. Department of Agricultural Extension Education. Nagaland University. Medzifema Campus, Nagaland. Educational Psychology. Understanding the science of learning and teaching. What is psychology? Origins and definition. The term psychology derives from two Greek words, psyche, soul, and logos, science or study. Psychology is the scientific study of the mind and behavior, helping us understand how people and animals think, feel, act and interact with the world around them. At its core, psychology seeks to answer fundamental questions. What do organisms do? Why do they do it? How can we predict and influence behavior? This scientific approach allows us to move beyond common sense and develop evidence-based understanding of human nature. Defining psychology, multiple perspectives. Throughout history, psychologists have offered various definitions that reflect evolving understanding of the field. Woodworth's relational view. Psychology is the science of the activities of the individual in relation to the environment. This definition emphasizes how organisms interact with and adapt to their surroundings. Watson's behavioral focus. Psychology is the positive science of behavior. Watson championed the study of observable actions rather than internal mental states, launching the behaviorist movement. Krus's comprehensive approach. Psychology is the science of human behavior and experience. This broader view acknowledges both external actions and internal subjective experiences. Guilford's mental activity. Psychology is the science of mental activity of an organism. Guilford emphasized cognitive processes and internal mental operations. Three pillars of psychological science. Scientific method. Using systematic techniques such as observation, description, and experimental investigation to collect information, then organizing and analyzing this data to draw valid conclusions. Example, observing children's behavior in a classroom, recording their interactions and analyzing the data to understand patterns in social development. Mental processes. Mental activities like paying attention, remembering, solving problems, making choices, feeling emotions, thinking and staying motivated are the hidden actions of the mind. Example, using thinking and memory to solve a tough math problem that needs several steps. Behavior. Behavior means all the actions or reactions of a person or animal that we can see and measure, like talking, moving, or showing emotions. Example, a student raising their hand to answer a question, demonstrating both learned social behavior and engagement. Understanding education. Etymology and meaning. The word education originates from Latin roots with complementary meanings. Educare means to bring up or nourish, while educere means to lead out or draw forth. The latter interpretation is more widely accepted as it suggests leading individuals from ignorance to knowledge, unlocking their potential rather than simply filling them with information. Education is the process of acquiring knowledge, skills, values, and habits through learning. It helps individuals develop personally, socially, and intellectually, preparing them for meaningful participation in society. Example, a child learning to read and write in school gains essential skills for understanding and communicating with others, fostering personal growth and future success. What is educational psychology? Educational psychology bridges the gap between psychological theory and educational practice. It studies how people learn and teach in educational settings, focusing on discovering more effective instructional methods and supporting students who face learning challenges. This specialized field applies psychological principles to educational contexts, helping improve experiences for both teachers and learners through evidence-based practices. How we learn. Understanding cognitive processes, memory formation, and knowledge acquisition. X. Learning how the brain remembers and uses past lessons to solve new problems. Effective teaching. Identifying methods and strategies that enhance student understanding and retention. X. Using visuals and real-life examples in lessons helps students understand better and remember longer. Supporting learners. Addressing individual differences and learning challenges with tailored interventions. X. Giving extra practice to a slow learner or using visuals for those who learn better. Through pictures. Measuring progress. Assessing learning outcomes and adjusting instruction based on evidence. X. After checking a test, a teacher reviews weak areas and changes lessons to help students. Improve. Scope of educational psychology in agricultural extension. Educational psychology examines how people behave in learning situations and identifies factors that influence their ability to learn effectively. It addresses critical questions. Why do some learners grasp concepts more quickly? How can we create conditions that support all learners? Learner characteristics. Extension workers check farmers' education, experience, and learning style before planning training. Learning process. Farmers acquire new techniques through observation, demonstration, practice, and application to their own fields. Teaching principles. Extension agents employ participatory methods that actively involve farmers in problem-solving during training sessions. Key applications in agricultural extension. Human development. Extension programs are designed to help farmers of all ages, from young beginners to experienced elders, using methods that fit their needs. Teaching techniques. Extension officers use pictures, practical demos, and field visits to teach good farming methods so farmers can learn better and remember longer. Personality recognition. Extension agents know some farmers quickly try new ideas while others take time, so they talk and guide each group in their own way. Building confidence. Programs build farmers' confidence to try new methods by showing real examples of other farmers' success. Scientific evaluation. Extension workers ask farmers questions and take feedback to see how ready they are to try new methods and improve their training plans. Importance of educational psychology in extension work. Understanding developmental stages. Recognizing that younger farmers prefer digital learning tools while older farmers respond better to hands-on demonstrations. Field learning dynamics. Observing that farmers grasp new techniques more effectively through practical field demonstrations than classroom lectures. Individual differences. Adapting training methods for farmers with varying literacy levels, agricultural experience, and learning preferences. Effective methods. Using demonstration plots to show concrete evidence of new pest control methods' effectiveness. Problem identification. Identifying specific farmer struggles, such as water management challenges, and offering tailored irrigation solutions. Mental health awareness. Recognizing signs of stress in farmers due to crop failure and connecting them with appropriate support services. Curriculum development. Collaborating with experts to create training curricula addressing specific needs of local farming communities. Learning assessment. Measuring farmers' understanding through surveys and field observations after training sessions. The role of educational psychology, key takeaways. 1. Know your learner. Educational psychology helps extension agents understand farmers' interests, attitudes, aptitudes, aspirations, intelligence, and group behavior, all critical factors influencing learning effectiveness. 2. Optimize teaching and learning. The field focuses on formulating effective training programs, selecting appropriate teaching methods and aids, and creating optimal learning environments for both extension agents and farmers. 3. Personalize education. It enables better education through organized learning experiences, diverse instructional materials, and assessment patterns suited to heterogeneous learners with varied backgrounds and needs. 4. Develop problem-solving skills. Educational psychology equips extension agents to cultivate critical thinking and problem-solving abilities among farmers, essential for agricultural innovation and adaptation. 5. Understand barriers and motivations. It helps agents identify causes of resistance to change, attachment to traditional practices, doubts, lack of confidence, and factors affecting motivation, enabling more effective communication strategies. 6. Appreciate learning processes. Extension agents gain insight into farmers' emotions, feelings, and learning mechanisms, understanding how new agricultural practices are adopted and integrated into existing knowledge systems. Thank you.